What's going on, everybody, and welcome on into the video. So today we are talking Webull time and sales. We're actually going to kind of decode the time and sales. Will be a very quick to the point video so you can get in and get out with what you need. All we ask is if it helps you guys out, a thumbs up on the video, consider subscribing, but let's dive in. So right now I have my Webull platform pulled on up on the screen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom this in. So ideally, right, I have a bigger screen in front of me, but I'm going to zoom this in because the time and sales is actually kind of small. And that's this guy right here, okay? So if you don't have access to this, up in the top right, there'll be a toolbox widget. I will take a screenshot of that and throw it on the top of the edit of the video because it is going to be cut off on my screen. You go to the toolbox, you click on the widgets, and then you go over here into the quote section, and then you'll see time and sales. You will click on time and sales, and you will now get pretty much every single order that comes through on a specific stock. Okay, so that's really cool and that's awesome stuff. But everyone's like, okay, well, great, I got the time and sales. You can see the exchange on the right hand side, the amount of shares as the next column over from the right. Then we have the price, the next one over to the left, and then we have the exact time to the second to the farthest of the left of the time and sales. So you may think to yourself, okay, I'm seeing whites, I'm seeing greens, I'm seeing reds. And then if we wait a second here, you'll actually see some bigger colors. So some background greens, some background reds. Let's decode this and explain what that means. Okay, so to the left of our screen, we have the order book or level 2, the bid and the ask. If you don't pay for it, it's a couple bucks a month. It's up to you if you want to pay for it. I like to pay for it because I find it useful to see kind of where buyers are stacking up below the current bid and below the current ask, which will be the top two numbers. And below that, we kind of have, above the ask in the ask side. So the bid, right below that, we can see some bigger orders that are positioned, to get filled on some of these price points. And we have on the ask side, some bigger sell orders that could be looking to get filled here above the current asking price. So generally speaking, buyers are at the bid, sellers are at the ask, and if you buy at the ask or an order goes through at the ask, you're going to see the green kind of shading on that line, the time, the price, the amount of shares, and the exchange. Okay, now if it comes in red, so you're seeing some reds popping through here, if it comes in red, that means that order went through on the bid. Now, does it mean that it was necessarily someone who was buying at the bid and it came up red, or someone who was selling at the ask to come up green? Not necessarily, because there's kind of a lot of ways you can go about this. You could be covering a short and buying back, but not initiating a new position. You could be closing out a long on the sell side, or you could be initiating, right, a short position on the ask. So there's a lot of different ways. So it's not going to tell you, okay, this is a short position that is closing, this is a long position that is opening, but all it really tells you is, hey, these orders went through on the ask if they are green. These orders went through on the bid if they are red. Now the background shadings, okay, so you have the background shading that will come up as green. There's one right there. Then you'll have the background that comes up as red. If it's coming up as a background shading green, that means it was filled above the ask. And if it comes up background shaded red, that means it was filled below the bid. Okay, so it kind of gives you at least some idea as to, was someone, really trying to get in, they got above the ask and they kind of slapped an order way too high or way too low and that got filled. That's going to be that green or that shading behind the numbers or behind the line, not just the color of the actual, line that we're looking at. And in those background shaded boxes, the actual numbers will come up as white in that encased green or red background box. Then you see some white orders that come across the screen, just white symbols, white numbers. That means that those were filled between the bid and the ask. And so it's pretty straightforward there, white between the bid and the ask. So again, running through really, really fast. White means it was filled between the bid and the ask. Green means it was filled on the ask. Red means it was filled at the bid. And then the background colors, background green with white numbers means it was filled above the ask. And then background red with white numbers going across, that was filled below the bid. So there you guys have it. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, let us know in the comment section down below. Like always, plenty more videos and tutorials when it comes to the Webull platform on this channel. Check out our Webull playlist. We have that linked up here on the channel playlist tab. It's a great place to go if you have some questions, want to learn how the platform works, mobile, desktop, all that good stuff. And of course, we'll be happy to talk more about other features and stuff going forward in the near future. Thanks so much for watching. The thumbs up button, consider subscribing. Check out our other channels and links down below if you guys want to get access to Webull and you have not already. A link to get some free stocks in the pinned comment and description box when you sign up and deposit the platform. Thanks so much, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.